Everything looks to be right to me. Nope. This looks good. Alright. Hello everyone. Stream should be started now, and I think people are mostly in. Or at least, it's been a minute, so I'm sure people are probably going to be starting to join the stream, I mean. So I'm going to be solo casting today. You know, the other caster nerds all kind of acknowledged the time and then got busy. I also kind of forgot about the stream today. But yeah. We're gonna see a match between Moon Crescent and Scenecore. Moon Crescent, mainly Asia team versus an EU team. They should be joining in pretty soon. You will have to forgive me for the waiting time. But is there a loser's bracket for this tourney? There is, and there's loser brackets on like what, round 4 I think now. But the loser's bracket isn't really being streamed anymore. Okay. We should be getting started pretty soon. I'm just waiting. Alright. First time watching Forsaken. Well, we're gonna be starting out pretty soon. Everything should be in order. Alright. Round's gonna begin genuinely like in like the next not even 30 seconds, and round is beginning. All right, and here we go. So we've got the Scenecore Noli versus the Moon Crescent Survivor team. Now obviously Noli is going to be looking for his first target. You do have to remember these teams are, you know, they have a pretty big ping difference since they are Asia versus Europe, so the killer will probably mostly sweep, but Noli seems to not be finding anyone. Found a 0-7 who he didn't want to chase, probably just because it's a survivalist and it seems like a waste of time to chase them. And we seem to be looking for Taff here. Yep. No, we're throwing our Nova. Maybe looking for the... Yeah, Elliot. It seems that Noli's going for a full sweep strat, and their first kill is going to be the strongest survivor of the team, which is Elliot. Once Elliot has been reached, then that'll just be that. The team's definitely going to need to start defending their Elliot because he seems to have zeroed or been out of stamina. Oh my god, we see a nice stab by 2-time here, saving the Elliot who seemed to be in trouble. Elliot's going to have to throw a pizza. I'm unsure if Noli will let him throw a pizza and heal his teammates. He does go for a Void Rush here, looking for a slam. Sadly, not going to be able to do much else. And a pizza's going to come out, and we're going to get a hit on 2-time, which means 2-time will be able to heat the pizza, but it doesn't matter because Elliot's going to run into a wall and die, sadly. Pizza only going to be really useful for that heal on 2-time, who hit a nice backstab earlier. He is going to take a free on 1 here, and he does not have full ablation, so he is fully endangered. We're seeing a Void Rush coming out, maybe just for the sake of stamina, or at least trying to catch up on the survivors. Nice body block here from the 0-7, did not expect that. And he's still going for body blocks, trying to help the 2-time on his solo chase. Noli's not getting the hits in, and 2-time's going to run over to a tap trap. Bomb's going to come out and remove 2 of the traps, or actually only 1 of the traps. And the 2 other traps are just going to be there to take M1s. And 2-time might just die here. We see him going around the rock very nicely there. 0-7 tried to save him and almost killed him. And Nova's going to miss. Another minute 30 to last for 2-time here, who could probably get a nice backstab or a front stab for his ablation. And, ooh, body blocks are coming out. And I think 2-time might be dead pretty soon if this Nova hits. And it's going to miss very barely. But that should be a dead 2-time. With a minute 42 left on the clock, it's Taff and 2 survivalists. And it is pretty survivable. But on this ping, it's going to be really rough. Noli's going to be hiding, going for the teleport, getting the slam on 0-7. It seems that was the real 0-7 and not a clone. And that's probably going to be a very dead 0-7 unless Taff throws some last second traps to try and save 0-7. Noob is going to be there to help, taking hits from the fake Noli. And 0-7's made a lot of distance here. All he really has to do is dodge some abilities. But again, on this ping, that might be way too difficult. Oh yeah, and the clone's not going to help. And oh my god, that's just going to be 3 slams. It seems Noob didn't pop Slate Scan at the right time either, and that's going to be an issue because now Noob needs to use the Taff Trap if he doesn't want the 5k to happen. He's going to be running over to the edge map, looking for the Taff Trap, and it seems to know he's just running around a loop, not actually using the Taff Trap at all, or the Taff Trap was removed and I didn't see it. I don't think that Nova hit. A Void Rush is going to be faked, and that's going to make the Noob go into a corner, and we're going to switch to the Taff here for the LMS. If Taff wins this LMS, it could be huge for his team because it would mean that all the Noli has to do on their team is 5k, and it seems Scenecore's Noli is going to be Void Rushing up the slope here. Almost getting, actually, if the Void Rush could continue, a slam for free because of Taff messing up pathing and kind of running into Noli. It seems Noli is probably going to get his Nova off right here into the M1. Crazy pull by Nova. A good run from the Taff, though, you know, with the ping. He's going to get a lot of speed from every hit. At least a lot more, I'm pretty sure. And I think Taff was caught out a bit here and might just eat a Nova into M1 combo once again. Oh my god, that might just be a dead Taff with 20 seconds left on the clock. Yep, that's going to be a dead Taff unless he jukes for 20 seconds. 2 jukes happen. And a Void Rush, which misses. That's going to be a lot of stamina for Taff compared to Noli, but that's still going to be a death. And that's going to be 5k for Scenecore. We're going to need a 5k from Moon Crescent if they want anything to happen here. Alright. Alright, I think the game is gonna start in the next 5 minutes, so please be patient. Should only take about 5 minutes. Zeus, what source did you get your clock map images from? We made them, or I stole them from someone else. Okay, we're gonna be starting pretty soon. So Scenecore is ready and Moon Crescent is ready, so game will be starting in the next minute. And here we go. Alright. We are gonna go for the Noli round here. Moon Crescent on the killer. Like earlier. It's gonna have to 5k for the tie here. So it is a pretty rough win con. It seems we're resetting the game. Actually, there might be a problem. Give it a sec, I guess. Okay, yeah, they had a guest. I just realized that is... I'll give it literally again another minute. We had a player on guest on Scenecore. Okay. Okay, are we finally starting? We seem to finally be good. Alright. Sorry for the delays on both sides. We had some issues. It is fixed now, so we're going to see the Moon Crescent Noli looking for his first kill, or his first chase at least, I should say. He's going to have to go for a 5k strat, so he should kill anyone like Elliot or 2-time first, or maybe even Taff. But Elliot is definitely going to be his best target if he wants to get a good first kill. But he seems to be going for 2-time here, who could get a very easy backstab with some lag. He is going to get a nice slam at the start here, which is really huge, and 2-time's gonna have to save himself with a stab, or, yep, a pizza plus some help from the Taff. It seems, oh no, it seems that the ping is gonna absolutely destroy 2-time. He's gonna go for a lunge, but it's just not gonna work out. 0-7's gonna be there, but not really body blocking, just taking a free hit. Probably going to body block next time with their clone when a Void Rush happens. And it seems, oh my god, it seems that 2-time is barely surviving. Basically 1 or 2 abilities happen, and 2-time is just going to be done for. Nice jukes here from 2-time. 1 M1 away from death, but still hanging on. And the entire team is there to save them. But yeah, that should be a death from Nova. That's going to be the first death here. We're going to go for a TP, looking for our next kill. Probably going to be someone like Elliot. With 2-time out of the way, it's going to be a lot easier to get anyone here. It seems to be Taff, actually. We're kind of going in the order that I told at the start, which seems to be everyone but Elliot. It seems Elliot is a bit too scary of an opponent for the Noli at the moment, and that's why they want to kill Taff. They seem to have gotten a free hit here, and this should just be a slam. Oh my god, wait, the noob kind of killing his team? 0-7 is going to get slammed on the ground, but that's now 2 potential kills because of noob being there for the slam. And, oh yeah, that's just going to be a dead Taff. Alright. 2 kills happen there, and we're seeing 3 more survivors with 2 minutes 30 on the clock. This ping absolutely destroying both teams. And Noli looking for his Void Rush. Finds 0-7, and that seems to be his target, even though Elliot is very much alive. Elliot seems to be hiding, though, not really wanting to get themselves killed. There we see Elliot finally, and a pizza did come out. The heal is not really going to be cancelled, but it is going to basically be gone immediately because of those hits. And yeah, that's going to be a dead 0-7 with a very low health noob and a full health Elliot. I think we're going to be setting up for a last man standing here, and noob's going to die, or at least try to be the next target of the Noli. Void Rush coming out, going over to the same usual loop, and uh-oh, it seems Elliot's going to be the chase here, which is really bad for Scenecore, because if Elliot gets chased, that means they won't be able to go for the 4k LMS, and it might just be noob for LMS. That's going to be basically a one-shot Elliot, who's going to have to pop Rush Hour and throw a pizza for the noob, who seems to have eaten it. Oh no, not yet actually. And Noli probably doesn't want the noob to eat the pizza. Yeah, holding the noob so he doesn't eat the pizza with a nice Nova here. Noob does understand he has to leave though, and is not going to try to hold the Noli for too long. Noli instantly cancels their Void Rush, and a soda comes out, which might mean a free pizza actually, because of Noli's chase. Oh my god, Nova comes out. No, pizza's gone, and that should be an M1 into the kill. We have a 15 health Elliot on the case. Can he survive? I am unsure. I don't think Elliot will survive here. 1 Nova or 1 Void Rush, and it will be over. Nova is going to miss, but that should be an M1 for the last kill. Oh, yeah, and that's going to be 2 5Ks for the tie. Very well played from both sides here. Moon Crescent and Scenecore are going to be 0-0 for the match, and we're going to be going into the next one pretty soon. Please give us a sec. Okay, we are gonna start pretty soon. We're waiting on Moon Crescent right now, who is the killer of this game. It is gonna be a slasher set, just so you guys know. But yeah, we are waiting right now. Alright. Yeah, game should be starting in the next few seconds here, and we are going for the slasher set right now. Alright, so it is 0 to 0 with the Moon Crescent Slasher versus the Scenecore Survivors on Slasher. One of the harder sets to play on, very technical set, and of course on this ping it's going to be even harder to play with very weak survivors. Two-time is going to be the first chase here, it seems. And yep, he's going to take the first hit. Guest is going to be there for the slam. And Two-time's going to have to get a nice backstab if they want anything right now. Disgar is going to be there for great support. And Two-time... Oh, yikes. Two-time looking for... Okay, Two-time looking for a dash, but it seems on this ping it's just not going to work at all. And they haven't understood that yet. But Disgar is going to be there for the save, and Slasher is going to mess up. And Slasher won't actually be able to reach for his M1. Two Time's gonna have a lot of distance here, which is really nice for them. And Guest, Guest is still around for the help, especially on this loop here, where you can fire the killer off the stairs very easily. Another Raging Pace comes out with a beam from Dusakar, and Dusakar is doing work right now. Okay, nice slam here from Guest, and Two Time gonna be going over to the long wall here, keeping the chase going. Survivors are there for the body blocks. 07 might have taken a free hit there, but still there for the body blocks. And a shield's gonna save Two Time here, who's not really gonna go for anything risky. A nice dash here that actually works this time with no lag. That's gonna be a lot of free distance for the Two Time, who's gonna go back to this house. Raging Pace is gonna come out again with another beam from Dusakar. And again, Dusakar putting in work. And Two Time should be able to live another minute or even to the end of the game for a 0k. We shall see. No, we're going to see a behead, and that's going to be a dead Two Time. 4 survivors left on the map. Guest has taken some damage. A lot of them have taken a little bit of chip, except for Dusakar. And it seems the Slasher's going to go for 07, who is injured for the free 30 seconds. Dusakar is going to be still an issue. Beam's going to come out. It's going to miss, especially on this hard ping. It's going to be rough to hit those. Oof. And nice clone there, trying to get a free stun on the killer. But I think Slasher is easily going to avoid this. And Slam is going to be there, plus the shield. That's going to be a lot of free stamina for 07, who's going to take still an M1. Still take an M1. And he should be able to leave to the wall here after some stamina recovery from both sides. Guest is going to be there, maybe going for a block. Nice beam there, really useful from Dusakar. And it seems 07's going to have plenty of distance. This might only be 2 kills if Dusakar keeps shielding perfectly and Guest keeps supporting very well. We're going to see Raging Pace coming out, and that should be a slam pretty soon from Guest, or at least an attempt at a block, I'm sure. And no, Guest is just going for the body blocks. And that's going to be a dead 07 with a minute 15 on the clock. I wonder what Slasher will go for next. He only has basically a minute for his next chase. And he's probably going to want to kill Dusakar here, who's been supporting the team very well. He's getting a little bit of stamina back, and now full-on chasing for the Dusakar kill. If he gets this kill, it could be huge. We are going to see a slam coming out from Guest pretty soon, I'm sure. Raging Pace is going to come out. And, oh my god, Gashing Wound missing. That's actually pretty huge for the Survivor team, who might actually just win off that mistake. And I think Guest wants to help Slam, but doesn't feel the need to at the moment. That's going to be a free M1 on Dusakar, though. And probably a Slam pretty soon. 2 M1s are coming out. With 35 seconds left on the clock, that's a half-health Dusakar. That might actually be a doable kill for the Slasher. Guest is going to slam pretty well there. And trying to body block. 25 seconds left. Dusakar is going to have plenty of distance, but Raging Pace is going to come out pretty soon. And with this Raging Pace, it might just be all over if Guest doesn't save the Dusakar. We'll see 15 seconds left. Noob is here for the body blocks. Guest going for a block, doesn't work out. 10 seconds left. Noob going for another body block. 9 seconds. Keeps having to go wide because of these survivors. And the Gashing Wound for the kill. 39 seconds left for 2 other kills. He could kill basically anyone he wants here, but he has a very short time to do so. He probably wants to get the Noob here, who seems to have drank a soda. So he might have to switch to Guest. 3 kills. Very well played here by Scenecore, who seems to, who will probably not have more deaths. That was a really unlucky Gashing Wound for them. And Raging Pace coming out, but this Guest should be able to make plenty of distance. 10 seconds left on the clock, and unless Raging Pace comes out, or Gashing Wound I mean comes out, I don't know if it'll kill. It does kill! Wait, this might be a 5k for some reason. It seems that a last second kill happened. And now Noob is going to have to survive this LMS against a 300 ping Slasher, which is just going to be really rough for them. He does check spot pretty well there. And 57 seconds left on the clock. It might just be a 5k, which means we're going to get back-to-back 5ks with maybe another 5k needed. The Soda's going to come out probably for a free M1 here. No, Noob manages to slightly outrun the M1. Is going to take a free M1 just for the sake of not wasting his stamina and trying to make distance. If he does last long enough, he's going to be able to block Slate Skin. Oh, Gashing Wound coming out again. The Slasher is extremely greedy for those. Probably because he knows that on this ping he is able to. But it seems Noob gets confused, and with a behead, this might just be over. Raging Pace is going to have to come out, it seems, because I don't think Slasher has the stamina Yep, Raging Fist gonna come out, and 20 seconds left. I think Noob's gonna have to go for a Slate Skin here or something if he wants to survive. Yeah, Slate Skin's gonna come out, and if Slasher times it well, that might just be a dead Noob, and yep, that's gonna be a 5k for Moon Crescent. Incredible save by the Slasher. On the last second, getting that kill was just insane. And we're gonna wait for Scenecore's killer now. They're gonna have to match the 5k if they want anything done. Wait, I forgot the music. My bad. Background music while we wait. I can't believe that was a 5k, by the way. I feel like that should have been like 2 or 3k. That was insane. That ping is disgusting. The Slasher is just cashing people out. What does 5k mean? I'm new. To anybody who doesn't understand these terms, it just means 5 kills. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna be waiting for Moon Crescent to join Scenecore's servers. Anyone know this music? We do have a casting playlist. That song was Modern Bizville Blocktails OST. It was a Blocktails song. Alright, we're gonna start pretty soon, guys. I will have to real quick switch the info on screen while I put it on the killer's POV, so do pardon me. Oh, something's wrong, I think. No, okay, the killer just went AFK for a second. Alright, we've got Scenecore on the killer versus Moon Crescent's survivor. Sorry. Technical issues. Are there issues? No, this noob is just... Holy shit, what happened to that noob? That noob just lagged out. I think we might have to restart. I can't tell them to restart, though. That's the thing. Yeah. Alright. Well, technical issue. Please forgive me. I have to fix this. Well, I mean, we're waiting. Give Moon a penalty? It's not gonna be a penalty because it's a first-time issue and the game hadn't started yet, guys. If I was giving penalties out that easily, Scenecore would have had a penalty earlier for bringing guests into Noli, but it was a first-time penalty. So I just, I mean, it was a first-time issue, so it wasn't a penalty. And again, the game hadn't really started. Oh. Rio, don't sell. Alright, I think we're going to start once again. Yeah. So once again, everything should be right now. Scenecore on the killer, and it seems the survivors are fine now. Alright, So that was a technical issue, but it was a first time thing, as I said, so there won't be a penalty. Slasher is going to be looking for his first kill. And maybe looking in the corner here. Oh no, finds a Discard who was stealthing in a very risky spot. And if that stealth worked, it would have been very nice for them. But because it didn't work, this might just be over already for Moon Crescent, who is just going to have a dead Discard in the first 45 seconds of the game. Oh my god. That's going to be a very fast first kill for Moon Crescent. And that might just be it, honestly. If they don't have some insane plays or stuns from Two Time and Guest, and it seems Two Time messed up their stab there and is going to need some help from Guest if they want anything done. Slasher's going to swing from very far away because of the distance that Two Time has, but Two Time's going to have to take this hit and be able to run away, oh my gosh, around the main building here, and that's just going to be a behead. And now the only savior of Moon Crescent is a Guest who is going to have to hit multiple stuns against a 300 ping difference in servers. So this should basically just be the most free 5k Scenecore has ever had. Very rough for them. Raging Face is going to come out. Noob's probably going to have to take another hit here. He's going to drink Slate Skin, and Behead's going to come out. Probably looking for just a free M1 at least, or at least not a noob that runs away easily. Because now Slasher's going to have full stamina against a noob who's on 100 stamina only. And yeah, no, Guest needs to help. Guest needs to help. Guest just running it away. Not actually planning to help. I think Noob just was expecting to die. Moon Crescent might just be playing for the end game at this point, knowing that the game's over. Looking for a 4k for the win. You never know. But it would be very hard considering what the performance we saw earlier from the Noob on Scenecore, who was not able to survive the full LMS. I think 07's planning to die in a corner. Yeah, and Slasher's not going to let it happen. Slasher understands what the strategy is here, and he's going to run over to the Guest after leaving 07 on very low health. And, yeah, Guest is probably just going to be sitting around here, waiting for the LMS, but, again, Slasher's not going to let it happen. And it's going to be 2 minutes and 35 seconds to live. And I think 07's going to try to get in the way, but it's going to be really hard to do so. Going to be body blocking consistently. But this should be, yep, the first free hit on Guest here. And another hit comes out, and Guest is going to have to block if he wants anything done here, but again, it's going to be really risky to go for anything like that. 07 with very decent body blocks here, but probably not going to be enough, and he's going to have to just let the Guest die and play for the LMS here. 9% health with a minute 10 to last against a killer that can have basically three stamina bars is going to be really rough. Oh, but it seems that Slasher has lost the 07 at the start here. If 07 plays his cards right, he may be able to go for a nice teleport and juke out the Slasher. Slasher did seem to have noticed the TP though. Yeah, and he's going to be able to run over the 07, and he should have more stamina here. Yeah, and that's going to be a behead for the kill. And we're going to go see another 5k to 5k for a tie. So here we wait, I guess. Moon, thank you for the 1 gift, by the way. Alright, so we're waiting for Moon Crescent's Survivor team for the Cool Kid round. It seems they are switching around their players, though. They may have some better players on this. What's the score right now? 0-0. Yeah, sorry, it pops up on screen when I show the match. It shows the scores. I don't really put them everywhere, but I should. I will probably fix that in some stream. Oh, Moon, thank you for the one more gifted. Alright, it seems we're gonna start pretty soon. For Scenecore. Yep. Alright, Scenecore on the Cool Kid versus Moon Crescent on the Survivor. Gonna be looking for his first target, of course, as always. And it seems to be Shedletsky, maybe, or Guest. Whichever Survivor... Yep, whichever Survivor Cool Kid wants first. Cool Kid's unsure, I think, or looking for someone specific. It might be a support character like Elliot, indeed, and we're gonna see the first chase on Elliot here. Now, this is gonna be some pretty high ping, so I am expecting a lot of free hits with walk speed override or other. Yeah, and that's gonna be first Corrupt Nature hitting, plus, oh my god, Shedletsky taking that barely, actually kind of saving the Elliot, who's gonna have to pop speed 3, barely avoiding the M1. And the block to the parry on this ping! It was actually a crazy good prediction. Very well played from their guest here. Showing a good start to the match. And Builderman is here. Ooh, to bother the Elliot. Sentry's gonna be destroyed here. And 07's clone is gonna be running into the wall. I think Cool Kid is looking to get their stamina back, and everybody's gonna drop here. They're gonna want to defend the Elliot, who's gonna probably take a lot of free walk speeds, because on this ping, it's going to be really hard to dodge, even with good reactions. Shedletsky is going to take a free M1, or it was Guest, I forgot, and... Oh, Elliot panicked very hard, used a lot of their stamina, and just kind of died because they were one shot. 2 minutes 40 left on the clock. It was a very strong start from Moon Crescent, and they're still showing off some good stuns here, but it's going to be hard to continue this match while missing a support. Builderman is here, but again... You are still missing one of the strongest supports in the match. And it seems Builderman's going to need some help. Guest is here to take the minions, which is very good for them. But he's going to need a little more help than that. Brick's going to come out and hit only 07. Who's going to be there for the body blocks. But I think Builderman should be able to, yeah, take this walk speed. With 2 minutes left on the clock, that's going to be some huge damage. And Corrupt Nature's not going to be in his arsenal, but Cool Kid's going to be... Ooh, gonna have to struggle a bit. Shedletsky's there for the stun. Good bait by the Shedletsky. And oh my god, stun plus the block on the low stamina. He's gonna be able to hit the Cool Kid, especially on this ping. Those hitboxes are gonna be a little disgusting. Cool Kid trying to stealth on the Builderman, getting the Corrupt Nature, and if Guest doesn't help, this might just be a dead Builderman. Guest doesn't seem to be shoving. Builderman's gonna take an M1. Nice body block from Shedletsky here, who's probably gonna go eat chicken after this. And Cool Kid getting their stamina back. Still looking for this kill. One Corrupt Nature and it's over. Corrupt Nature is going to miss, sadly. And Guest, maybe just waiting for the last possible moment to get the shove off, is still not going for it. I think maybe waiting to get a block here. Oh my god, good predictions there by the Builderman, who knew Corrupt Nature was going to come out. And it's only 17 seconds left. Shaletsky going for... Oh wait, Shaletsky might just be dead here. Going to the edge map after a walk speed. That's a very low health Shaletsky. Running over to the edge of the map. Guest is going to be there for the help though. 4 seconds left on the clock and that should just be it. One Corrupt Nature could maybe end it though. And no, that's going to be a 1k from Scenecore. Very rough result for them on this ping, and that's going to be maybe the first chance for a point to get on the board. We are going to wait for Moon Crescent's playlist, or private server, sorry. Alright, we're gonna start pretty soon, guys. Moon Crescent, It's going to be on the killer versus Scenecore on the survivor. And we are starting here. Now, Moon Crescent only needs 2 kills to win here. It's going to be really rough for Scenecore to win this win con because, of course, they're going to need to have only 1 death. Basically, only 1 big mistake. And on this ping, mistakes can be made very easily. And I think Guest or other characters like Shaletsky are going to have to be playing out of their minds to be able to do anything here. Guest seems to be the first chase. Corrupt Nature's going to hit, and Guest is charging. That's, he goes for the block, but this ping's gonna mess him up. But he is probably gonna keep running around this main here. Elliot's Pizza is gonna come out, and that's gonna be a very good start here for Scenecore actually. Moon Crescent did, get a nice hit at the start here, but Elliot healing is gonna be pretty rough. Of course, they don't seem to be wanting to break the sentry, or at least not now. They might do it later. They might be able to get the hit. Oh my god, they walk speed override away. And that's going to be a rough start for Moon Crescent, actually. 2 minutes 20 with basically nothing done. And we might switch to Elliot. No, we seem to be still committing onto the Guest. Breaking the sentry here. But I think Builderman's going to be around to build. And yeah, that's going to be a fully healed Guest. 2 minutes left on the clock. And Cookit's going to struggle for a single kill here. Scenecore could actually win off this single kill they got if no deaths happen. Nice stun there from the Shaletsky punishing, and the clone from 07 eating the walk speed is actually kind of really good for them. Instead of anyone eating it, they have a 07 throwing clones. Oh my god, a nice few Corrupt Nature hits, and we seem to be wanting Guest again, who could mess up very easily again with a block that is mistimed. Minions are going to spawn. And it seems the minions are kited away by 07, doing a very good job supporting his team. And another pizza's gonna come out. Corrupt Nature's gonna hit, but Guest is just gonna run away as much as he can. And he won't even go for the block this time because he knows he could actually mess it up. 07. Oh no, this might just be a dead Guest. This might just be the kill that Moon Crescent needs. That's gonna be their first kill, and that's gonna be a tie. If one more kill happens, then it will be a point towards Moon Crescent. Scenecore is definitely going to have to play to the best of their ability. Nice timing on the clone there. And the Corrupt Nature's not actually going to hit because of that nice slash. The minion's going to tank a hit here, which I guess lets Cool Kid get his stamina back. And he seems to be wanting to 07, probably seeing the character as a weak character to get a free kill on. Even though there is a sentry and Shaletsky did use his slash. This sentry is going to be giving really good support for the survivor team here. And I think a walk speed override might come out. But again, a clone's going to come out, and that's going to be really good for Scenecore. Timing their clones very well. Sentry's going to break, and Builderman's going to probably be hiding around over there, up on the stairs. Elliot's still going to be alive throwing pizzas, hiding himself as much as he can. And Cool Kid's not going to have the stamina to be able to reach 07 right now. 30 seconds left on the clock, and this might be a 1k to 1k back-to-back. 07, as long as he doesn't make a huge mistake, should be able to live this and win this for his team. Another clone comes out. 07 absolutely locked in, getting all the clones he needs. Very well played here. And Corrupt Nature's going to double hit, but Shaletsky's going to be there. And what Cool Kid needs right now is the walk speed override. But that's just going to be a 1k to 1k for the tie once again. That's really rough. And we're going to have to pick the next 2 sets now because of this. Alright, there was a bit of an issue with the rules because I didn't specify some things, so Scenecore was a bit mad, but we are gonna be going for 1x. You guys are gonna have to wait here. 1x will be starting pretty soon though. Yeah, it's been 3 ties. We are waiting on Scenecore to be ready. As I said, that we were a bit annoyed at the fact that they're playing a killer that they banned, but it was because we have a no-repeat rule on the killers that are played in sets, and the last 2 killers that are left over are killers that were banned. If they tied all 5 rounds, would you have to go back to Nully? Yes, it would go back to Nully if they tied all 5 rounds. Why did they kill the N7 clone? I think they just wanted to smack it to check if it was, you know, not like the real N7 trolling, but they ended up just grabbing it. Don't think it was intended. Okay, we're gonna be starting the 1x set. Moon Crescent on the killer versus Scenecore on the survivor. Yep. And here we go. Alright. 1x gonna be looking for his first target. Now, this is a killer that is gonna need to either go for the 1k with any survivor or go for the 5k with Elliot as the first kill. There are a lot of sentinels that can bully 1x, and on this ping, the hits from entanglement and things like that are gonna be really rough. Oh my god, the turnaround there was absolutely perfectly timed, actually. Sheletsky is immediately gonna be healed, though. So that's going to be a very good start for them, actually. If this Mass Infection would have hit, it would have been disaster for Scenecore. But Scenecore seems to be doing rather well at the start here, and actually dodging entanglements on this ping. Now, 2 times is going to be the next chase, it seems. And 2 times is going to need some help from his team, but or their team, but they should be fine. And yep, a slam from the guest into Mass Infection. Mass Infection is going to be stunned out. Very good reactions from Shaletsky. Again, even on this kind of really high ping. But Entanglement's going to hit. That's going to be the first Entanglement hitting. 2time's going to get out of there pretty quick. And Pizza's coming out from Elliot. 1x is barely going to miss these hits. And another Mass Infection is going to be coming out. We're going to see an Aura Read into an Entanglement miss. And we're going to go for... Oh my god, a nice stab from 2time there. Playing out of their mind. And 1x is kind of struggling to get their first chase. No gens are done, which is good for 1x because that gives them some extra time. And Taff is setting up over here. I think 1x or 2time wants to give Taff their time to set up. 1x is going to get that entanglement, entanglement off. Might have seen the Shaletsky there, but Guest is going to eat a Mass Infection. But I don't think 1x wants to kill the Guest. Is not really interested. And eats the Taff Trap, looking for the 2time kill. 2time might go for a stab here. We're going to see a face stab, but that might actually be Ablation. I'm not sure. 1x unable to actually do anything because of that face stab with the Taff Trap. Very good combo played from Scenecore there, abusing that bug. And Shaletsky's going to eat only 10 damage, and he is going to be able to slash the 1x, negating a Mass Infection from doing anything. 2time is going to be going for a speed 2 from the crouch. Very well played from them. And we're going to see an Entanglement come out. Guest is going to be there for the slam. Maybe another M1. And if Mass Infection hits, that might actually just be it. But it seems to have missed, or at least not hit the right person. 2time is going to be kind of stuck in the corner here and is going to need a lot of help from their team. Even Elliot here would be great. But we are not really sure where Elliot is right now. Probably, yep, going to be throwing the pizza really soon. Or doesn't have a pizza yet. And we're going to see second life on 2time. Maybe they didn't throw the pizza because they knew 2time was going to go on their second life. That's going to be really rough for the 1x. But he's going to get 15 seconds. And, oh my god, Guest sliding in for the 10 damage only block. Getting a bit of poison, but getting a parry punch there. Really nicely played by them. And it seems we're going for snipes. Nice snipe on the 2time there. And Shaletsky and Guest are both going to be there for the support. Going to be avoiding the Taff Trap, but that should be a 0k if things go right. And Mass Infection is going to come out, but slightly miss. And that's going to be a 0k from Moon Crescent. Played very well by Scenecore. We're going to wait now for Scenecore on the 1x. And that's actually kind of a crazy match. I'm not going to lie. Grow a dinosaur. Do not talk about grow a dinosaur in my chat. Four freaking ties? No, 3 ties. 1x is not tied yet. Oh god, my bad, guys. They started, but I didn't expect them to. Alright, well, immediately, 1x looking for his first target. I'm so sorry, I gave no warning. Game did start, though. And 1x looking for his first target. It's gonna be a lot of there's a lot of supports. They have a Builderman. They have Shedletsky, Guest, Builderman, Elliot. And Elliot's gonna be the first chase, it seems. 1x going for a 5k strat. Or maybe they just think the best chase they can take here is Elliot. I guess Elliot is going to be, ooh my god, the worst survivor on the team in terms of surviving. Oh my god, that should just be a dead Elliot, shouldn't it be? We're going to see, ooh, nice plays actually from Guest here. Kind of blocking. That's a one-shot Elliot. Nice! Guest getting a crazy parry punch. But this might just be it. If Moon Crescent messes up too much, that might just be it. Because that's a one-shot Elliot, and that's going to be the first point for Scenecore. Killer's gonna be emoting on them for a little bit. Yeah, Killer's gonna be getting his first point. And kind of messing around now for some reason. They should probably be keeping the game going. I don't know why the Survivor team's also just kind of giving up. Are we giving up? Okay, no, we are not. I guess that was a bait. I don't know what's going on. Guys, this shouldn't be happening, just so you guys understand. Okay, no, the Survivor team's now back alive. Alright, now we're playing the game again. Jesus Christ. I don't know why the Survivor team was giving up for a little bit, but we will ignore that and continue the match. But yeah, Scenecore is going to get their first point, and the next round's going to be a John Doe around here. Eli probably just going to be going for a few extra kills, messing around. Taft's going to be running into that, and oh my god, these reeds are disgusting. 1x just kind of turning their brain off and throwing projectiles and just getting the hits in. Oh my god, Guest. This Guest is cracked out of his mind on Crescent. I don't get what's wrong with him. This guy's got insane plays. He will just, like, read you on 260 ping. Like, I don't get it. I guess he's just goated. I mean, this team doesn't have an Elliot anymore, so this should just be it, basically. Builderman's gonna take a free hit. Or, I think it's at least just... Actually, I think he just built to Sentry. I don't know if he took a free hit. I don't think he did. Minions are gonna be spawned. Free stun on Chaletsky. Not truly necessary, to be honest, but it did happen. Oh, we're gonna snipe the minion for speed 1 and miss the dispenser. And Builderman's gonna be taking his chase. I mean, okay, this might just be a 1k. Builderman's gonna be hit right and take him in. Chesky there for the body block. Maybe just trying to bait at least a slash, but it's not gonna happen. Mass Infection's gonna come out and completely miss. We're gonna see an aura read. Looking for the Builderman to continue the chases here. Might just run into the Taft Trap if we're not careful. Breaking the Taft Trap and looking at the last two survivors. Mass Infection's coming out. It's gonna slightly miss. And the entire survivor team's pretty low now, but they are barely alive. Oh my god. Builderman, how are we alive? The Taft Trap's absolutely clutch here. Wait, I just realized. Oh my god. Just realized, but like, they can 1k this, which would actually be kind of funny because they kind of just gave up at some point and then they just kept playing. Thank god they didn't give up because otherwise that would have been really bad for them. But yeah, 1x just looking for his next kill. Still throwing projectiles pretty randomly. And I don't think he's going to get more than a kill here. Moon Crescent did play extremely well, but sadly, they are going to be losing the match here. 1-0. Yeah, Scenecore is going to be getting their first kill. Alright. Give us a sec to set up the next match now. We might see a forfeit for Moon Crescent here. They seem to not really be in the mood anymore. Their captain did ask, will it need to be 2-0 or... So we might see a forfeit for Scenecore to get to 2-0 here. Okay, Moon Crescent is gonna play it out, thankfully. Yeah, when Crescent's going to be setting up, they probably won't be forfeiting, but they are not entirely ready, it seems, so they do need some time here. What's happening right now? We're waiting for Moon Crescent to be ready. Well, we're still setting up. It's taking a while. Well, the only thing that sucks right now is how long this is taking. We're waiting on a Moon Crescent player who just doesn't seem to be to be there. I don't know what's going on. Okay, they are gonna start finally, Jesus. Alright, we are gonna start the John Doe match here. With Scenecore on the killer, looking for their first kill, as always. Trapping, actually, no, yeah, sorry, not looking for their first kill, it's John Doe. They're gonna be looking for their traps first. There might be an issue. AFK John Doe, I'm scared. Is there an issue? Is there like a survivor that's not meant to be here? Wait, what is it? Shalitsky, gas, tough. Oh boy, what's the issue? Alright, time to see what the fuck the issue was. Alright, well. Nice. Okay, yeah, Moon Crescent said start and then very quickly said wait, and then it was a bit too late. They already had said start, so they are gonna have to get a penalty, sadly. I'm sorry for that. It's gonna be a minus 0.5 penalty for them, so they are gonna, you know, even if they get 5k here, they are basically gonna be cooked. But we are finally gonna start now. He started twice and messed up twice. But here we go. Moon Crescent's gonna have a penalty. And John Doe is gonna be going for his first traps. As usual, probably just, yep, going up the castle for his next trap. And then on the right side of the map, Moon Crescent's gonna be trying to get all the gens done as fast as they can, knowing that John Doe's probably not gonna pay much attention to them. And it seems they won't be able to pop this gen in time, and this guy's gonna take a free hit, actually. Taffmine is gonna waste some time for the John Doe, who is gonna spike so he doesn't get pushed around by guests, and then he's going to finally place his trap. Discard is going to be beaming, but missing completely, aiming at the floor. And he's going to be zoned and taking another free M1. And that's going to be rough. Rough start for them. Survivor team going to need to help Discard quite a lot here because he's just stuck in the corner. And he's going to have to try and outrun here, but it seems John Doe has hit something. It might have just been some Taft Traps, though. Guest is going to be there. Not a huge threat on this ping, but still a threat. And it seems John Doe is trying to be patient before swinging. Oh my god. Guest is absolutely fucking cracked, apparently. Shaletsky's gonna sledge the air. Because I imagine they thought someone would run into them. But yeah, Guest. Crazy prediction there. Beam is gonna come out on Guest here. Not super useful. It would have been more useful to beam the John Doe. Guest is gonna be taking free hit there. It's gonna be half health. And Discard's gonna be stuck. John Doe's gonna try to block the Discard off. Going to manage to do so. And squeezing past so he can get another block from the Guest, which isn't actually gonna be able to punch. That's gonna be the first kill for John Doe. Very good start here actually by Moon Crescent, even with a death. And Guest, though, is gonna be really zoned and gonna need some support ASAP. But probably gonna be taking an M1. And now needs a slash from Shaletsky, or at least literally anything, but no, that's just going to be a dead guess. With 3 survivors left on the team, this is seeming a bit rough now. Especially with a penalty. If they get 5K'd, then that'll just be it. And they will be able to play their match out if they want to on stream, but realistically, there will be no way for them to win unless Scenecore gets a penalty on purpose. Shaletsky seems to be running towards the Taft Traps, now leaving to the edge map, and probably going to be taking an M1 pretty soon. Yep, takes an M1, gets a bit of distance here, but he might just be dead, unless he gets a really clutch slash off. Taft getting the body block in, and Shaletsky kind of messing up and zoning himself when he could have ran up the castle after these spikes, and that's going to be another kill for Scenecore. Taft Trap is going to blow up, and I think John Doe's going to have no issue to use their Aura Raid looking for their next kill, which is going to be Noob, actually, instead of Taft. Noob does seem to be kind of just sending it and losing a lot of stamina, and he's going to be stuck on the corner here. Has to run away, does actually manage to make the John Doe kind of mess up, and now has Slate Skins, but is going to take the chip damage from Corruption, and that should just be a dead Noob, honestly. Noob does try to run away, but that's going to be full stamina John Doe versus you. And the only thing you can really do here is juke, and that's going to be a dead Noob. Going for the end game here, Taft is going to have to survive a minute 10 against John Doe, which is entirely doable even on such a weak character. But still, it's going to have to use their traps if they want anything done here. Spikes are going to come out, and that should just be pretty much a free M1. Yeah, it's going to be a free M1, and actually just maybe a death, actually. Completely. Yeah, completely cooked. And that's going to be a 5K for Scenecore, meaning they do win by default 2-0. If Moon Crescent wants to show off their match, they are able to, but otherwise, that will just basically be it. I'm waiting for Moon Crescent's reply. Okay, it seems Moon Crescent does want to play their last round, even if they have lost because of penalty. I'm waiting for Moon Crescent's killer. Alright, we are waiting for Moon Crescent's killer to be ready. To anybody who wants to watch the last match, you are totally allowed to stay and watch it. Otherwise, if you are done because you have seen the results, that is totally understandable. I'm still going to stream Moon Crescent's killer round in a bit. How many ties now? There were only 3 ties, and now that is the match over. We're just waiting for Moon Crescent to start it off soon. To show off their last match, even if they have already lost. Alright, we're waiting on Scenecore and we're gonna start pretty soon, guys. Yeah, we're gonna start pretty soon. The killer on Moon Crescent still wants to record their match, so we're waiting for them. Okay, we seem to be ready. And starting off on the John Doe here, let me just fix up these. All right. So yeah, it is basically a 2-0, but for now it will be written down as a 1-0 until the John Doe gets the results that they need. John Doe not even going for traps. It seems they are very desperate for the 5 kills. And gonna get slashed on the spikes at the start here, which means that, ooh, actually chasing Dusakar probably won't work out for the John Doe because, you know, slow killer with less stamina. Yeah, shouldn't reach the almost full stamina support. Probably gonna be looking for a spike here. Maybe just going for a snipe. Gonna get some hits on Shaletsky. Seems that the John Doe now wants to kill Shaletsky. Does double back here, not really useful. And I think a pizza was thrown. Oh no, that's a Taft trap. But yeah, Taft traps are coming out. Taft is still placing them. And ooh, now Guest is gonna be in a slight amount of trouble. Some free hits are going to be taken on Dusakar, but the John Doe is going to run into a Taft trap. And then trap the corner here for some reason. Is gonna continue the chase on Dusakar. Looking for a kill of some sort. Alright, well. Spikes are cancelled and the Taft trap is ran into. Seems John Doe is very affectionate towards the Taft traps and likes running into them. He is going to aura here. And Spike probably going to look for a block of some kind to try and get the Dusakar killed. I think Guest is just trying to be in the way, but he's kind of killing himself doing so. And Taft traps are going to be there. John Doe's going to get a lot of free hits, but they're not really going to do much. With another minute on the clock, this is actually pretty doable for the John Doe, unless the survivors just start going for all the gens done. Dusakar is going to run away after these spikes. And it's going to be pretty rough for the Dusakar, actually. He's going to have a little less stamina, but as long as literally anyone on his team helps, he should live. Taft is going to be there for the body blocks. That's 3 people on half health. But it shouldn't matter too much because John Doe really wants this Dusakar dead. And he might go for a spike, snipe, or just a block here. He knows Shaletsky will stun him, so he was a bit scared trying to swing at him. But he ends up still getting stunned. And committing, it seems Dusakar. Yeah, Dusakar who reacts a bit late here. And is going to die. And it's going to be the first kill for Moon Crescent's killer here. Who's going to find 2-time next. 2-time is going to be one shot. Pretty rough for them. And it's going to try to run away to the castle. Probably will end up reaching it, though. John Doe thinks... oh, wait, no, he doesn't reach it. That's going to be a one-shot Taft, who's just going to be dead. And John Doe's got only a minute left, but he has 3 kills left to get. It seems Shaletsky seems to be the next chase, even though there is a half-health Guest around the map. But I imagine Shaletsky is a more interesting chase to the John Doe here. It is half-health Shaletsky now. who's just gonna get a free stun and emote. Very, very bad manners by the Sheletsky, who's now going to be one shot and probably die. He's M1 away from death, even with a juke. Oh my god, wait. Yeah, no, that's gonna be a dead Sheletsky with 2 survivors left. This would have probably been a 5k if not for the penalty. Spikes are coming out. Gonna block off the noob who does drink soda to get out of the way. Does get kind of cut off. And now Guest seems to be the next chase. Guest might go for a crazy block though. You never know. Okay, no, actually gonna be able to outrun the John Doe after the M1 there. And going for spikes. Guest is gonna survive because John Doe messed up his spikes. And John Doe might actually not get the 5k that I expected. He's actually switching to Noob now, even though he's got a one-shot Guest. Maybe he thinks he can kill Noob in time to have one-shot Guest for LMS for the 5k. Unsure, but 20 seconds left. 2 more hits on the Noob, and that would be it. Or a nice snipe on the Noob after an M1 would be also it. He's gonna go for the snipe, gonna get it, but Sateskin's gonna come out, and Noob should actually be able to survive here. 3 seconds left on the clock, does die, and we're gonna go into an LMS with the Guest. They would have tied, actually. They would have tied if it weren't for Moon Crescent's many mess-ups starting the game. With a banned survivor, and also just starting the game again with, I think, another banned survivor, which was 0-7 or something. Anyways, yeah. Guest is gonna get his block, and with the penalty, that's still gonna be a 2-0 for Scenecore. GG's to both sides, very long games, but we are glad to have it all done. Alright, thank you everybody who tuned into stream. We are going to be ending it here, or at least I will be. There will be another match on, like, Sunday, Monday early for some people, Sunday late for others. Please do tune in for that one, but